Hiya! Today I want to talk about graduation in Japanese schools, or Sotsugoshiki. Sotsugoshiki is the most formal event in a Japanese school year and therefore, for me, the most intimidating. I figure it's probably quite intimidating for a lot of people, especially new ALTs. So I just wanted to make a video running through what you can expect and like a basic outline of graduation. So a quick disclaimer before we start, I work in two Japanese senior high schools, which is where my experience is coming from. I'm not sure how different or similar this will be from other levels of school, so please, if you work in elementary school or junior high school, don't just take my word for it. I'm assuming it'll be quite similar, but again, just please make sure to check that I'm right before taking my advice to heart. Okay, so on to graduation. Graduation, as I said, is the most formal event in a Japanese school year, and it's very, very important. So in senior high schools, graduation takes place on the 1st of March each year, and there is like a set kind of timeline for graduation, preparation for graduation, practice for graduation, all this stuff. So we're going to get into all of that and dress code and kind of what you can do after graduation, gift giving, all of that. So let's talk about it. Okay, I'm going to try to go kind of chronologically in this video. So we're going to start with preparation for graduation. This will usually start on the 28th of February, the day before graduation, and you will set up the gym, or the students and the younger teachers will set up the gym with seats and floor mats and everything in preparation for graduation. And then there will be a full rehearsal of the graduation ceremony, just without the parents present. This is really, really helpful, and if you do end up attending that, I think it'll really help you with what to expect the next day. I also really recommend helping to set up the gym if you get the chance, just because it's a really nice chance to get to interact with your students outside of classes. You'll also notice that the gym is quite cold at this time of year. So for both rehearsal and for the actual graduation ceremony, I really recommend bringing kaido, or like little heat packs, especially if you're easily affected by the cold, because you'll be sitting still for a long time and it can get freezing. So make sure that you're prepared for that. This is a good chance to kind of feel out how cold it's really going to be and make sure that you're prepared for the next day. So that is basically it. So you'll do like a full run through of the graduation, just like the bare bones of it, without the parents present, just so that everyone knows what their role is and everything. And once again, if you do get the chance to attend this, please, please do. It will make the next day so much less intimidating for you. Okay, I think that's it. Rehearsal really is exactly what it sounds like. So preparation and rehearsal are done. The next thing I want to talk about is dress code. God, in my first year, I arrived wearing my normal clothes because I thought that this was just like kind of a chill thing. And my normal work clothes are quite casual by Japanese work standards. And yeah, don't do that. Wear a suit. For men, a tie is also appropriate. For women, just a matching colored pants or skirt with a blazer is great. The other thing is that the female teachers of the third year classes will wear kimono with like their hair all done and like looking amazing. When I first arrived, I freaked out and thought that I missed a memo and should have been wearing this. Don't worry, you're off the hook. You just have to wear a suit. It's fine. And the last thing is that students and teachers will all be expected to have their natural hair color for graduation ceremony. I'm not quite sure why this is a thing, it just is. And that means everyone should have basically black hair. A lot of my coworkers asked me why I didn't have black hair, and I had to have the conversation again that this is in fact my natural hair color. So expect to have that conversation a couple of times on graduation ceremony day. I don't really... People seem to just get this blind spot and be like, you don't have black hair. Why don't you have black hair? What's going on? So just be prepared to have that conversation a couple of times if you do not have black hair. Okay, that is dress code. Don't freak out, but do wear a suit. On to the graduation ceremony itself. So before going into graduation ceremony, there will be a few phrases that it's really important for you to know. During the ceremony, you'll be asked to stand up, bow, and sit down about 1,000,000 times, and it's very important that you know the cues for these different things that people will be asked to do. So the first thing that it's important to know is Seito Kiritsu, which means students stand up. You don't stand up for this one. Just don't. It's embarrassing. Don't do it. The next one is Shokuin Kiritsu, which is staff, including teachers, stand up. You do stand up for this one, okay? The next one is Chakuseki, which is please take a seat. So once you're done standing up, bowing and then you are told to sit down. Don't sit down before you're told to sit down. That's the basic outlines. And then of course there's rei, which is bow. So you'll be told stand, bow, sit down. Just follow these instructions, it's pretty easy. If you get lost or if you're really having trouble differentiating between the two different commands, just look at the teacher next to you and follow exactly what they do. Don't stand up before them and don't sit down before them, just follow them exactly. Okay, so those are the basic important phrases that you will need to memorize, and just bear in mind that when the students will stand up, you don't necessarily stand up. When the staff will stand up, you definitely do stand up. Okay, it's pretty easy. It's just a lot of standing up, bowing, and sitting down. Onto the ceremony itself. It's long, I'm going to be honest, and it's not the most interesting thing in the world, but it's okay, you'll do fine. You might get a bit cold, but hopefully you brought Kaido with you because you figured out yesterday if you were going to get cold or not. Okay, so the start of the ceremony will be singing the Japanese national anthem and the school song most likely, so you are free to brush up on these beforehand if you want to. I do recommend brushing up on your school song if you get the chance because I've got really positive feedback from doing that in the past. And once that's done, the speeches will begin. There's a lot of speeches. So you'll have speeches from the principal, the vice principal, a representative from the third years, and a representative from the second year students, and then also probably some officials from around your town or area as well. And each time you stand and bow and sit down for the start and end of each speech. It's all pretty simple, but it does take a long time. Then each of the third years will go up to the stage and be presented with their graduating certificate by the principal, and then after that's all done, the teachers will line up by the gym doors and the third years will file out while you clap and say goodbye, basically. So that's pretty much it. Like, it's a really long ceremony, but there's not terribly much to know necessarily. You won't have to do very much apart from stand and bow and sit down. So that's pretty good. You just have to know when to do those things, as I mentioned before. So yeah, that is graduation ceremony over. After graduation is my favourite part of the day because you can go and find any students that you had a special connection with and give them a goodbye card or a graduation present, or just say congratulations and possibly even meet their parents if they're there. So this is really, really fun. I always give a graduation gift and card to all of the graduating English club members, and I think a card is really appropriate. If you aren't sure about graduation gifts and things, I think probably the best thing to do is just get a personalised card. So you buy a gift card or whatever and then write like a really personal message for their graduation day. And I've had great success with this. I think it's the safest thing that you can get if you aren't sure what's appropriate. The other thing I often do is like stuffed animals from New Zealand, just like little kiwis or something. But yeah, it's basically up to you like how far you go with that kind of thing, and your judgment call is going to be best here. So yeah, go and find your favorite students or your students from clubs that you joined and say your goodbyes, say congratulations, talk to their parents if you want to, all that good stuff. After graduation is actually really, really fun. So it's definitely worth the tedious wait through all those speeches to get to this part. That's about it for graduation ceremony. I really hope that if you're a new ALT who's feeling a bit nervous about graduation, I hope that this helps you to feel a little bit more prepared and know what's likely to happen. And if you have any other questions, please, of course, ask them in the comments below. I will do my best to answer them. And apart from that, I will talk to you later. Bye!